I'm not going to respond to that type of question.
Ministers and supporting cast, thank you for your attendance tonight. It's been a long time coming to get both of you here and your supporting entourage, and we're very grateful. So I want to start off by just opining that it's of no surprise to me, and I'm sure many members on this committee, that both ministers doubled down literally on the same talking points that we've heard from this Liberal government throughout the last 2.5 years, but most importantly after the ruling of Justice Mosley. In my respectful opinion, the federal court ruling provided a massive political humiliation for the Justin Trudeau government. So to you, Minister Virani, were you given a copy of Justice Mosley's decision before it was publicly released at 1:03 p.m.?
I received Justice Mosley's decision when it was a matter of public record.
Thank you. So literally 14 minutes later, Minister Virani, at 1:17, both you and Deputy Prime Minister Freeland issued a release indicating that both of you were planning on appealing. Prior to you making that announcement publicly to Canadians, did you read all 191 pages of Justice Mosley's decision in the span of 14 minutes? Yes or no?
I was assisted by people who were with me, and we jointly reviewed the decision.
And did those people jointly review all 191 pages in 14 minutes?
We made an assessment of the decision, and you've seen the notice of appeal that is a matter of public record. We have tremendous respect for the federal court and for all of the judges therein. Reasonable people can have disagreements about matters of law and mixed matters of law and fact.
Thank you. How long does it take the Justice Department, how long does it normally take the Justice Department to publicly state whether they are going to appeal a court judgment?
I'm not aware of any sort of average in that regard, Mr. Brock. What I would say to you is that it's entirely context specific. It's case by case determination.
In my 2.5 years as a parliamentarian, Justice Virani, I have witnessed your government opining on several Supreme Court of Canada rulings and various provincial Court of Appeal rulings, and the talking point has always been, we need to review the decision, we need to measure our response, and we will decide in due course whether or not we will launch an appeal. But in this particular case, you clearly didn't read all 191 pages, but it was important to you because you were politically humiliated. The entire government was humiliated, particularly your Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, that you illegally invoked the Emergencies Act. That's why you received your marching orders, probably from the Prime Minister, if not from the PMO, to publicly state your intentions to appeal. Yes or no?
You're mischaracterizing exactly what I just said to you in my previous response. I said I was ably assisted by others who were there in the room, and we jointly reviewed the decision.
Mr. Virani, you were a member of this very committee when on May the 30th, 2022, we ordered the production of the government's legal opinion. That motion passed unanimously. You were in support of that, Minister Virani. Now that you're in a position to do something about it, will you turn over the legal opinion?
The opinions and advice are matters of privilege, which you will appreciate as a fellow counsel, Mr. Brock. So those are, and I believe you've received a response both from the previous Deputy Minister, Mr. Dake, and also the current Deputy Minister who's sitting beside me to that effect.
I don't appreciate that, Minister Virani. What is the government hiding?
Mr. Brock, we can discuss the importance of solicitor-client privilege, but I'll put it in a pithy manner. It is an important principle that has existed for literally centuries in our joint profession that you and I both...
There's precedent. Sir, this is my time. If I can interrupt. There is precedent. Minister Virani, this is my time.
Point of order.
Numerous governments, including this particular government, to have waived legal opinion. solicitor-client privilege. If the Prime Minister, to Justice Rouleau, was so serene and confident in his decision to invoke the Emergencies Act, in light of Justice Mosley's repudiation of the invocation of that act, what is the government hiding?